Hey, yo, this is what people don't like about the NBA. That was by far the worst game seven I've seen in my lifetime. I've seen three. I saw Braun in 16. That was probably the best one. And then I saw uh 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 Braun in 13. Actually, I've seen a couple. I've seen Braun in 13 with the Heat, against the Spurs. That was crazy. And then I saw Kobe in Boston one year, and that was amazing. Those are the last three I've seen. This one is the worst one. You know, OKC right off the bat, freaking Tyrese Haliburton gets hurt, and he hurts his Achilles. Prayers up for a speedy recovery. That's going to take a year. He's there with Tatum. The East is wide open now for next year. But, OKC won this because of that. There's not a shadow, there's no doubt in my mind that if Indiana had Halliburton playing out there, they'd win the game. They've been doing it all year. This was their moment. They would have won it, but he didn't play, and I don't blame OKC. You beat who was in front of you. It's not your fault that he got hurt, and you didn't hurt him. So it is what it is. But dang, that sucks. And as an NBA fan, here we are. It's Sunday night. We all turned up, freaking ready to watch this game, and that's what we get. A game seven where freaking Indiana's got to be carried by TJ McConnell. And you might say, well, they could have tried to squeeze it out. No, they couldn't. Indiana was not going to win that. As soon as Tyrese Haliburton got hurt, they was not going to win that game. He's the engine. He's the all-star. He's the all-NBA. He's the guy. And he didn't get it. He got hurt, and they that wasn't even close. Almost shame on OKC for not blowing him out earlier, to be honest with you. But I get it. You're in a game. You caught up, whatever. But that sucks, man. I was texting my friend during the game. Like, that just sucks. To game seven to go out like that. To go out like that. What a sucky way to end the season. What a sucky way to end the season. Freaking ugh. I don't even want to recap the game. I don't even want to talk about stats. I don't want to talk about anything. I want to talk about what a garbage way to end it. Game seven, we don't have too many of these in the NBA for the finals, no. We haven't had one in 9 years. So 9 years later is what we get. Freaking no. Whatever. Whatever. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Indiana fought hard anyway and still made something out of it. A shout out to TJ McConnell. Shout out to Siakam. Shout out to Mathurin. Shout out to freaking Nembhard. All of them played really hard. But when you don't have your best player, what you gonna do? And OKC wins it 103-91. You've got guys like Shai, who did very well tonight. He's the MVP. Congratulations. Hats off to him. OKC wins their first championship. And shout out to them, man. I would hate for it to be won like this, but that's not my team. And, they did a lot of things today. Shai was looking to facilitate. He was coming downhill off screens, and he was looking to facilitate, getting his bigs involved. Backdoor and giving stuff to Hartenstein. He played very well. J-Dub played very well. Bright future, one of the best two-way players we got. He going to play offense and defense. And OKC looks good. Chet defensively changed the game. And I think Chet deserves a lot of credit because in a team with two ball dominant wings, sometimes the ball don't get to you, so you got to find other ways to make an impact. You saw that with Kevin Love back in the day. You saw that with Chris Bosh. Those guys playing with LeBron and Wade and Kyrie. You got to find other way. You got to really be rebound. you got to rebound well. You got to block shots. You got to make a name for yourself in other ways. And congrats to Chet for learning that lesson and doing it at a young age. He's a champion. Jalen Williams, champion. Shai, champion. Caruso really got the party going. His experience and his shot making took their team to a whole nother level. Shout out to them. Shout out to Casey Wallace, who made a lot of big plays and played great defense. Right? He played well. He could have been the scapegoat of the whole series when they subbed him in game 1 and they started going small. But he kept pushing and he played well. He ended up having a good game 7. Lou Dort, freaking foul machine, tackling machine. Big boy. He's a big boy. He's a strong boy. He's built like a linebacker. You know what I mean? DN. He played well, and because of that, you know what I mean, he hit shots, played great defense, offensive rebounds. He's good. Does he have the greenest light in the NBA? I feel like he could just shoot the 3 whenever he wants. Like he got the green light. He could just shoot it, and some of them be off. But shout out to Lou Dort. He's a champion, and all of OKC is a champion. Oklahoma City fans, congratulations. You guys are the NBA champs for the year. And I do want to say this, though. All of you guys who do not like the NBA, and this has been a good playoffs, and it sucks that it ends on a Game 7 where one of the best players ain't playing. For those of you guys who don't like the NBA, and then you saw last year, you saw Boston jack up a bunch of threes. You know, they walked up to the 3-point line and just jacked threes, and they won themselves a championship. How do you feel about Oklahoma City? Do you feel like they are bringing some of the older things you like in the NBA back? They play a lot of defense. They hand touch. They hand check. They hustle. You know, it's Shai's team, and he's the leader, but the other ones, they still, they still pitch in. It still feels a little bit more team than the one-on-one ball, the walk-up threes. OKC feels a little bit different than Boston's championship last year. Boston felt like it was like you played against a bunch of hurt players, and then you made it to the finals, and then you beat Dallas. So do we feel different about Oklahoma City's championship? I do, per se. Like, I on one, I feel like they're more team, and, you could be a fan of this. You could be a fan of this. So, once again, I'm going to say it again. Congrats to Oklahoma City for winning the championship. Shai, Jalen Williams, Chet, Lou Dort, Caruso, Hartenstein, Casey Wallace, Aaron Wiggins. I'm missing it, but all you guys played well. You guys play as a team. Your coach could have been the scapegoat of this whole thing. He could have been that. He could have been under a lot of scrutiny and pressure, but he got it done. And how do we feel if Tyrese Haliburton is in that game at the end? If he plays the whole game, do you think Indiana wins? I think they do, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. It is what it is. Congratulations to OKC.